Hello, welcome to another podcast, another episode of the Unknown Podcast. I read podcast in my screen. My bad. I'm your host Manny for this episode, with my hosts
Isaac. Damn it,
co-host.
Ricky. What? Oh my god. You know how have you seen Pitch Perfect?
Duh.
You know when they're like on three, they're like 1, 2, they're like they can. It's like us every single time we try to do a freaking intro.
But at the end of the episode of the movie, they got it. So I mean,
they never did.
It's the bit.
Yeah, at the end of the movie, I thought they did at the end.
It's the bit. It's just.
Oh,
it's a bit now for this podcast, so it's only fair that we do this.
I'm really trying to get it perfect.
And all that stuff. It's only fair. It's only fair. And all that stuff. Ricky,
well,
by the way.
anyways, you can watch this episode on that's Ricky, by the way, as you just said. You can watch this episode on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Anchor. We're gonna go. Oh, yeah, I got him. I remember Google barely. So let's go into our quick mix. Ricky.
Isaac has it, not me.
All right.
Isaac, what you got for this week?
Wait, what do we call him again?
Quick bits.
I thought it was
Quick bits. Welcome to our
Okay.
quick bits. Quick bits. I almost said something.
We're off to a great start.
I'm sorry.
12 episodes in, and we're off to an amazing start with this one.
I'm sorry. I almost said something different, and so I had to really make sure I didn't say it. All right, quick bits. I almost said quick tits. I'm sorry. But anyways, quick
That's not getting
bits.
censored.
Yeah. Whatever, you cursed on yours. Yeah, if I get in trouble for what I said, I'll be pissed. I'll be like, are you serious? Did you not watch the Black Lives Matter video? Go watch that one and then see if I'm in trouble. But anyway, that doesn't matter right now. I'm sorry. As you see, I have a lot of frustration. All right, welcome to our quick bit segment. The things I want to hit on is one, if you're on unemployment, I'm sorry to tell you, but your free ride is over. And by the time the end of the month is over, the extra money that you receive, you will no longer be receiving. And those who are trying to get on unemployment, don't do it. If you have a job, and it's really not the best job, but you still have a job, keep working. Do you guys have any thoughts about the unemployment running out?
I have a job still, so.
True.
I'm just saying.
Well, Manny, you don't work.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. One, it does suck.
Mm-hmm.
That the fact that this is about to run. It's about to run its course. Two thing, it sucks even more for the fact that places are about to get closed again because the uprising number in cases recently.
Right.
And all that stuff.
And you're right. I know that we talked about it earlier, but bars that were open are now getting shut back down. The beaches that were going to be open are going to be closed for 4th of July. Ricky mentioned that. And then
in California, at least from when I looked at, I don't know about everywhere else. I will not be surprised if Florida's beaches are still open 4th of July weekend.
They're rolling the dice on that one if they do. Honestly,
when does Florida roll the dice?
Exactly.
Right. Florida's like real life Vegas.
True. So, what do you guys think? Everything gonna get shut down, nothing but just essential things are gonna be open, or what do you guys think about that?
Oh, it's Shelter in Place Part 2.
Yeah, right. The sequel.
The sequel.
They're gonna make a movie out of it.
All right, guys. So if this is gonna be true, and if you're listening, get your Nintendo Switch. Get things that are gonna keep you entertained.
Good luck. Trust me.
If they're not in the stores,
Manny knows from experience. He's trying to get one, and he has had no luck.
It's been about a month. It was a month and a half.
Nintendo Switch.
I've been helping him out with it also and everything like that. But every time we've gotten at least close.
I've gotten to the part where I click checkout. The minute I click checkout, it's like, sorry, this item is sold out.
Okay, so I bought my Nintendo Switch from OfferUp. It costed me about
I've seen those, but
It costed me about like $450, and I met the guy in I met the
then
guy
I'll
in
just get
Bethel. I met the guy in Bethel in front of a police station, so I felt comfortable with that. That was cool with me.
You felt
And so
comfortable in front of a police station? What?
it was back then before everything started. But I felt comfortable because it was just like, all right, this guy's not gonna rob me. I mean, he picked a great location, and it was cool. The guy was cool. I met up with him, and he was like, "Here's a product." I'm like, "Here it is," and then he was like,
here's the product.
"Yeah." And so I opened it up, I tested it out, I turned it on, and everything was perfect. I was like, "Great, cool." And then I went home with the Nintendo Switch it's back there. You can see it. So if you try offer up, you probably want to get some luck. I recommend don't go in by yourself. We'll go with Ricky, Manny, if you're trying to get one.
Or your dad?
No, see, the thing is, I can find them for like $400 on Amazon.
I don't even know that stuff.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think you even find a Nintendo Switch on Amazon for $400. Can you?
No. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I sent
Or
them
if I went-
a link with and they were bundles from GameStop.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And he got all confused. He was like, "Why is it so much?" I'm like, "Bruh, it's a bundle. The game."
And I was like,
the
why
Pro
is it so
controller,
much? And
and a
like,
case.
I look at the description, I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Like literally, like if he had the one closest opportunity to it, it would have been those bundles. In all honesty,
Have you tried Best Buy?
we tried
Yeah.
Best Buy.
That's the one we keep getting close with. We're like really close with Best Buy all the time.
Every time it's been close with Best Buy.
Yeah.
Because and
That's like
everything
the
like
best
that.
that we have.
Because once I see it pop up, I send the link to Manny and all that stuff as quickly as possible.
And you won't settle for a Nintendo Switch Lite?
No, he wants the one to dock. So
I want the regular one.
All right.
Which makes
So
sense.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I almost got tempted with buying a Lite just because I got like impatient. I was like, man, should I just buy this one? It's like a PSP, but Nintendo version. I love
It's
the
like
PSP.
a PSP though.
And so, but I was like, no, I'm gonna keep going for it. But anyways, for you, Manny, just for advice, get yourself a controller with a head jack and an extension USB cord. So I had that problem. If anybody has a Nintendo Switch, sadly, it doesn't come with the headphone jack. Only on the console itself, but not like enough to where you can sit like on your bed and play it. That's the only thing I had.
If you're
trouble with.
more in a relaxing state and all that stuff, and wanting to have it on your head, have your headphones on while playing, but like lay back on your bed or couch while playing and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I would only use the controller for Fortnite because it's more of an intense game, and I can't really like. I don't know. I feel like no, not really. But for like shooting games, I needed it to be big screen. I can't just have like little screen and just play like that. I could, but I don't know. I don't like it like that. Now, if I'm playing like Mario or something, then I'll just use it on the screen itself, but not like on the big screen.
Fortnite, an intense game. That's something.
Have you not seen Arthur?
Okay, no. Okay, let's get something straight. Fortnite only gets intense when it gets to end game. That's it. When it gets when you get towards final circle and all that stuff, that's the only time it gets intense. It doesn't get intense anywhere else and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the only time it's been intense for us when I played with you guys is that we did get murked one time, like bad, and we were like, "What just happened?"
Well, that's because
hilarious.
Manny always ends up doing something else.
Oh, that's right, man. So if you guys ever play with Manny, all of a sudden he's just like on the other side of the map, and we're just like,
play with caution. Play with caution when we play with Manny. That's what we say.
And then we all die, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm on my way," and he's still running.
And then he dies once he gets there.
And then he dies. Yeah, or we just leave the chat or we just leave the game because we're like, we're not gonna watch him play.
Like literally that happens. Like, and then here's also another thing. He will try. Say if one of us gets down and he's actually near us, he tries to go for the res. But when someone's right in there in front of him, what does he do? Just tries to shoot back or nothing. He doesn't even bother to build like a wall or anything to defend it and all that stuff. He just straight up just lets like either tries to go back for it or even lets the guy get shot. Like, bruh. This is and you know what's funny about that too? Our friend Arturo has actually trained him to learn how to build and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've seen the progress. Yes, I have. But in a moment like that, you would think, oh, build a wall so I don't die and everything like that. I defend myself and everything like that. I'm not the best builder in the world. I don't even attempt to do all that stuff and everything like that. But at least I know if I'm gonna get shot at while I have a down person, I'm gonna build a wall at least so that way I don't get shot and try to like contest at least to help me out and everything. No, what does Manny do? He just gets shot at.
Yeah.
I can't say that either. I can't build for crap.
Sounds more familiar, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least
I can't build for anything, honestly. But to move on with our conversation on the quick hits is bringing up how we might be getting another stimulus check. I wanted to mention that too. So,
do we know how much first?
I think it's $1,200 again.
Again?
So yeah. So sometime this month they're gonna start sending that out as well.
If it gets approved?
Not if it gets approved, but on the news I heard my mom told me like, hey, we might be getting another stimulus check. I was like, I hope so. That'd be awesome. But if we do, I know not a lot of people had the best experience with the stimulus check system. So for me, I got my money the day of, and that was awesome. But such as my sister, she didn't get hers until like weeks later. I want to say almost a month.
Did she get did she do check or did she do direct deposit?
I think she did direct deposit, but then something about like how it was just something with like other finances or like taxes or something that got mixed up. I don't know the whole thing exactly, but all I know is that she got hers like later.
I did mine check, but I didn't get mine until a month after.
You got a job?
I got one.
Wait, how?
I don't know. They sent me one.
Wait, hold on. For your parent, when they file taxes, do they claim you?
They don't file taxes.
Huh?
They're disabled. They can't file taxes.
Oh, where do you get a W-2? Where did you file a W-4 for them?
I don't know. They emailed me and they were like, "You want to sign up for stimulus check?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I signed up.
Oh,
and they're like, "You might not get it." And then like I was like, "Okay."
Oh no. I got a bad feeling about that right now. I got a bad feeling about that.
I feel like I don't know, man. I never heard that before.
I really get a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling about that. I don't know how. I don't know where. I don't know when. But something's not right about that right there. You just gave that story, and you probably just actually ripped someone off of actually having that check too, probably.
No, it came from the actual government. It wasn't like a sketchy site.
No, it's not even that. It's like I don't think there was supposed to be an email. There's not supposed to be an email or any sorts like that stuff. I never got an email like that.
I didn't even know they were sign-ups.
And all that stuff. No, that's the thing. It's not supposed to be. It's not signed up. That's the thing. Yeah, that was the thing of the check. It's not signed up. It's the fact of if you paid your taxes and you filed your return either for this year or last year, you are supposed to get either via direct deposit or a check. If you haven't filed if you haven't filed your taxes,
like, why didn't file taxes?
If you haven't filed your taxes this year, you have the or if like you're still good if you filed last year. But if you have not filed either year, you have the opportunity to get your check if you filed your taxes this year, which is why they delayed the tax, the due date to get your tax to do your taxes till this month. Actually, I forget the actual day though, and all that stuff.
Yeah, so I wasn't really tripping that because I didn't fill out taxes either year. And then
you're not supposed to be approved for it at all.
That's what I thought.
I find that sketchy. I really find that sketchy. No, I find it sketchy. I find it sketchy.
Maybe that's where my sister's check went.
That's why I find it sketchy. I find that sketchy. I find it sketchy. There was nothing. You're not supposed to get anything in the email. You're not supposed to get anything in email. You are supposed to get like something in the mail from the IRS about this, but that's after you get your check, your money, and all that stuff. And like I said, the only way to qualify for that stuff was those things. And then there was like a sign up process if you want to do direct deposit for it. Yeah. All that stuff. That's it. There is a sign up process, but that was only if you You knew you're getting the money, but you were gonna get it via check and all that stuff, and you didn't want to, and you were one of those people that didn't make sure you want to get that money now because sometimes checks do take long.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
Well, I got mine direct deposit, and I don't think I signed up for anything. They just said like, if you did your taxes,
yeah, as long as you did your taxes, you're good.
I did my taxes, and so I was like, I'm good. But anyways, we might be getting another check. Who knows? And if they do approve it, it might be in this month that we should be getting it, as the news proclaimed it to be. So,
that's supposed to happen this month.
Supposedly this month.
If it goes through everything, it's supposed to happen this month.
Yes.
That's going. Honestly, that money's just going to go towards my Xbox and PS5.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
That's all. It's going to go towards that.
So another quick hit thing I wanted to hit upon too is this. If anyone knows about OnePlus or has ever followed OnePlus, it's a phone company. Yes, Ricky has one, and he has the iPhone 8.
No, put your phone down, Manny. Put your phone down. I knew it. I knew you were gonna do that.
Ricky, do you have the iPhone 7 or 8?
Huh?
Do you have the iPhone?
I have the 7. I have the 7 Plus. I have the 7. I have the
OnePlus
7 Pro.
And that comes with the popping out camera, correct? Show them how it works.
Show it. That's tight.
Oh, there he goes. All right, now put it back down. That's pretty cool.
For audio listeners, I just did the whole pop-up camera thing, if you wanted to know. So if you want to see it, just watch the YouTube version.
Yeah, and so that's one of the OnePlus 7 features. OnePlus has honestly gained a lot of traction ever since, I want to say, the 6 came out, and next, it's starting to kind of blow up a little bit. T-Mobile,
I followed them since the first one.
I followed them since the 3. When I heard about 3, and I only learned about OnePlus through MKBHD, his YouTube channel, and he was talking about OnePlus a lot, and so that's how I found out about OnePlus. But now OnePlus is creating another phone that has higher specs with a lower price.
Wait.
So, go ahead.
Does this have a code name to it?
It's literally called OnePlus Lite Z thing.
I don't think it's supposed to be having more specs on this one. I think this is supposed to be more of a mid-range style. I know what you're talking about because I've been keeping up on this also. This is supposed to be more of a mid-range style kind of phone.
Go ahead.
And where the specs are, there's probably some similarities in specs, but some of it's probably gonna be like lowered and all that stuff. And as far as I know, this phone is supposed to come out in like India. This is not something that's supposed to come here in the States.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that right now. But yeah,
so it's like an exclusive kind of a thing.
Well, no, sometimes phones, in particularly, don't even there's like phones out right now that are not even known in the States. They're like, but known in like other countries and all.
Like, so it's like different brands and stuff.
Huh?
No,
different brands. No, it's the same. It's same company and everything. All that stuff. It's just like they made a Pacific phone just for a Pacific country, and in India it makes perfect sense why, because all that stuff. Freaking OnePlus has a TV that's only in India right now.
Yeah, dude, I've been waiting for that TV to come out in the US, but it's just like it's taking forever. Kind of pisses me off, honestly, a little bit.
And all that stuff.
I'm just like, I wish I lived in India because I want to get like that product, but I don't know if they're just using India as like feedback.
No.
Or something.
No,
I don't know why.
India is one of the most. I don't want to say. I can't think. I don't know the exact term, but it's like their country is a country that's not internet friendly. Like how here for us, it's like we have access to the internet no matter what, whether it be through Wi-Fi, within the phone itself, and everything like that. They don't have that kind of. They have a limitation to that there in India. That's why you see more. That's why you'll see more. That's why you see this one in particularly is something for India, because it's something that will be able to ship there. It's gonna sell and all that stuff and everything like that, and it's easier to use because most of those kind of phones you'll see those in India a lot. I don't know exact things because there is a specific reason for that and all that stuff. But yeah, that's why I'm not surprised seeing this kind of phone being in India and all that stuff.
Well, thank you, Ricky, for that. Honestly, that's actually some good information. But no one knows what this phone is going to look like. Supposedly, I think today they were going to reveal something about it, or tomorrow.
Here's the thing about OnePlus social media. They're too. What's the word I'm looking for?
Predictable?
Huh?
Predictable?
No, not predictable.
Oh.
Hard to guess of when they talk about stuff because like when the 8 to lead up to the 8, all they did was when they either tweet or post something, it's about a specific feature. One tweet would be about like the CPU. Next thing they'll like towards like closer to announcing the actual phone. It talks about how it has wireless charging, and I'm like, bro, just announce the phone already, and all that stuff. Right. Just announce the phone. You're already giving me details. Just announce the phone, and all that stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do the same thing with this mid-range phone.
Well, they're doing exactly what you're saying with this mid-range phone. They're just trying to, hype it up.
And they did it with the TV too, and all that stuff too, also. And I was like, bruh. And then it's like, because that was before everyone found out it was going to be only in India too. So I was like, oh, they're going to do a phone, a TV too. I always thought it was going to be like one of those, not those high-powered, and all that stuff. It's more of like a smaller style, has nice specs. You can still have like HDTV and all that stuff and everything like that with some software into it and apps and everything. But it's more than I expected. It was more than it was, but price is a little cheaper than most TVs and all that stuff. But it's only in India. And that's where I was like, crap.
Yeah, it's kind of a big teaser for me too. It's just like we're creating something so cool. I'm like, awesome, but only in India. I'm like, really? And we don't know when it's gonna come out in the US, and we're just like, great, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. I don't want it anymore. But yeah, so with all that to say, that is my quick hits.
I actually got one now that came to mind. Did you guys? I know Ricky has. Isaac, have you heard about the Dr. Disrespect thing?
A what?
Ooh. Context. Let's bring some context into this. So, as Friday, and then Jose, here's the thing. Isaac's not a big person on watching streamers.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. So Dr. Disrespect is a prominent, big streamer on Twitch and all that stuff. It's a persona and everything like that. It's a character and all that stuff. And he's like this. How can you explain it, Manny? Because you watch him more than me, but it's like
he likes to rage a lot.
Yes.
He has violence, speed, momentum.
Yes.
He is a 2-time back-to-back gaming champion. Best Twitch mustache. One of the best streamers.
One of the top performing streamers and all that stuff.
He's a large male.
30K over 30K viewers and all that stuff and everything. Depending on all that stuff and like literally it's good yes, he has people have some gripes about him and all that stuff, what he shows and how he represents himself at times and everything like that. But his content is actually pretty good and all that stuff. So Friday, I want to say afternoon. I want to say when I first showed it to you guys. We find out that his Twitch account has been banned and all that stuff. And this is not the first time this has happened to him and all that stuff. To give some context, last year, I think it was last year, if I remember correctly. It was last year.
3.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yep. Exactly. Now I remember now. Yeah, it was last year. He did an IRL stream, which is like in real life and all that stuff and everything. For those who don't know the context,
like a walk around.
He's walking around the show floor and all that stuff. We didn't see him when he did that though, which sucked. And
we found when he wasn't streaming.
we found him when he was because we found him after that after it happened.
Oh, that was after the fact. I thought that
It was after.
Oh,
It was
so you were
after.
there in the morning then.
It was after. It was
early,
after.
early then. Oh.
Yeah, it happened after.
Okay.
Like it had.
Oh wait, because we went to Xbox though. Anyways.
Yeah, we went to
Xbox first.
Anyways,
so that makes sense. Yeah.
Come on.
Besides the
Anyways,
point.
yeah.
Besides the point. That's besides the point. That's besides the point. He was banned. His Twitch account got banned for the fact of when during the stream he happened to go into the restroom
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
and all that stuff. Oh, he knows him from that at least, and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. At least he knows him
And
from that.
but it was only for like a small time. It wasn't and all that stuff.
Yeah.
This ban that happened currently, we didn't know at first, and all that stuff, like how long the ban was gonna be and all that stuff. Because all we know, he just got banned. He wasn't streaming that day or anything like that. So it was just more of like what's going on. So we're like people were waiting, especially me, because I was like I wanted to know more about it. So later on in the day, we find out one rumor was more of the fact that it could have been like a copyright issue. And all that stuff that he had something playing or something like that or something a lot of times that caused him to get the ban. There's comes to find out it's not that. It was more something that deals with their terms of service, all that stuff and this is a permaban, meaning like he cannot get his account back or anything like that. He's off Twitch. He's off Twitch and all that stuff. I don't think that I don't know, but I don't know if that would means like he would have to create a new account. I don't know that stuff of how.
I don't know if he'll be able to.
Oh, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know if you'd be able to make a second account on Twitch and meaning like you
I know
can't do anything.
is certain video games. I don't know about streaming platforms, but I know isn't it certain video games if you get banned you can't make a new account either, right?
So it depends on the game, really.
Oh, okay.
And all that stuff.
So what happened? Is he back now or what?
So here, this is where it gets interesting. So as far as we know, the ban is relating to their terms of services. Now, recently,
and it is serious, supposedly.
That's what I was trying to get to, man.
Oh, my bad. I didn't say that. Continue.
So earlier in that week, as of I think that Monday, Twitch had announced that they were actually going to crack down with their terms of services more seriously, because at the same time of that earlier in that weekend before. A lot of people within the gaming industry, females in particularly, whether like developers, streamers, personalities, and all that stuff, were speaking up about stuff about like with males that they've done something to them, whether it be like whether it be something inappropriately and all that stuff and everything like that, favors and all that stuff, like trying to get them like to do favors and all that stuff. It was a lot of stuff. It was a lot of things. It was a Me Too moment, but just in the gaming industry. And all that stuff. So it literally cracked. It was so that's where Twitch was like, they have to crack down. They're going to start doing this on streamers too and all that stuff. So to put more context into it, also 2 years ago, Dr. Disrespect did a stream off character, and then he was talking about how he had cheated on his wife. And all that stuff. He literally admitted it. He said he was gonna take time off from streaming and all that stuff, and everything like that to get things fixed and everything like that. He admitted it and all that stuff. I think then like a couple months later, it comes. I guess him and his wife were able to fix things and all that stuff and everything like that, and he was back to streaming again and all that stuff. Now fast forward to now, after hearing about that, knowing about his past, and then what happened this past weekend, because look, on his last stream towards the end, he was talking like he was doing like his normal Dr. Disrespect stuff and everything like that. And then if you know, during that time, he looks at something what could be his phone.
He pulls out his phone.
Like he's pulling out his phone and he sees something, and then all of a sudden, like a dramatic tone shift and everything. Where he's he's talking
like
to
character turned on.
Character was still on, but it was more of like it's just how the tone of the stream went and all that stuff. Like how he was talking about like we're gonna get this together. I mean, talking about him and his community, the Champions Club, and everything like that. He ends up watching like this this stream, like a clip or a stream or something like that.
It was like a little stream, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's
He
like
didn't play it all.
it was like a random thing of overall, but he was just like
Yeah.
he's just like he's not talking clearly. He's like trying to figure out what he's trying. He is mumbling a bit and everything like that.
He's trying to like get through it, basically.
He's trying to get through it and everything like that because like he fears like it's like you get that tone of sense like something happened, but nobody knows of what exactly. And then so after people seeing the clip, because I saw it myself, I showed it to Manny and everything, and it's like it's like it's weird because we don't know what's happening till this day. As of today, when us recording, we don't know what's happening. We do know his wife posted something on Instagram telling things to the community and all that stuff to get this through. Dr. Disrespect himself did tweet on Sunday, I want to say it was, or Saturday, saying that even he doesn't know why he's been banned as of this moment and all that stuff, but he is trying to make sure to try to figure out and is thanking his community for being with him and all that stuff, sticking it with it and all that stuff. Now there are been reports and speculation the fact that it could be another cheating scandal and all that stuff like that and everything. I find it kind of hard to believe for the fact that the wife did post something on Instagram saying and thanking the community for all this stuff and everything like that. It could be something entirely different from what it is, but we don't know anything else. There are reports that it could be like he is so it's a lot to get in, but apparently the one that was allegedly Dr. Spread was cheating his wife on with was another streamer, but that turned out to be false and everything like that. And then this, how do I call what do you call Keemstar, Manny, for his profession of what he does?
I would call him like an analysis or I
wouldn't even call him that. Drama correspondent. That's what I'll call it.
A what?
A drama correspondent.
I can think of a bunch of words that aren't professional to call them, but
a drama correspondent. That's what I'm gonna call him, and all that stuff. And then he's been tweeting about it also. He says he said he knows, but he's not gonna say anything. He thinks of what it could be and all that stuff. Apparently, he tweeted about tweeting the person that was allegedly Dr. Speck cheated with, and all that stuff when it wasn't her at the same time, because like the chick has been getting death threats about this, but when the first time it happened and everything like that, even though she didn't do it, she wasn't the person, she wasn't the mistress. There we go. That was the word I was looking for, and all that stuff, and everything like that. So throughout so pretty much as of today, we don't know why he's been banned. Overall, there's a lot of speculation of what it could be. There's also this report that he's leaving Twitch to start his own streaming service and all that stuff.
That's hard to believe.
That's kind of hard to believe, yeah, really. All that stuff. And Ninja and Shred are going to join him too. That was also the rumor about it too, after what happened on another situation. But it's just more the fact that this is a mystery and we don't know what the hell's going on.
Right.
And all that stuff. Like, because he was just banned for no reason. We don't know what's happening. He's tweeted saying he doesn't know what happened. Most of the people that know him, most streamers that know him and like play games with him and know him personally, they don't know why he's been banned also, and all that stuff. If you watch fellow streams such as like Tim the Tatman, even Courage, he today, as we're recording this on a Monday, he was streaming today. He brought it up. He said he doesn't know anything himself, and everything. So it's just crazy. It's just like, wait a minute. But yeah.
Speaking of band, I don't want to get into this too much. It's just a quick bits, but Rick, have you heard of Tree Boy Dave?
Who?
Tree Boy Dave, the streamer.
No. If I just said who, that's a no.
So he's an Overwatch player. He does quick play. He does not do ranked at all.
Well, yeah,
however, he officially has the highest. He officially has the highest level. Which before this happened, he was at 11,282. That was his level in game. He's gotten banned by Blizzard for allegedly hacking. They found software that apparently is illegal, not illegal, but not that's basically shown by Blizzard. Now this was it hasn't been, to my knowledge, it hasn't been looked at by an actual person. It's only been looked at software, like
I'm gonna say
electronics,
this.
like that, and like a
I'm gonna
computer.
say this. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say this.
However, Blizzard closed the case. That's it.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm
Go
gonna
on.
say this. I'm just gonna say this. If he's been cheating, it would have been shown on his streams.
Exactly. Which is weird.
So
Especially for the fact that, to my knowledge, on the information that I've gotten, no actual person has looked through any of his streams or recordings of gameplay to see if he's been cheating.
well,
It was just some computer thing that the Blizzard has that suspected and had a feeling that he had software on his stuff.
well, so that's the thing. Because here's the thing. Yeah, a software thing. It's a software feature that can detect cheating. Yeah, of course, and all that stuff. But like, how long has he been banned so far?
Huh?
How
How
long
long
has
has he been banned? June 12th, 2020, they posted it. I don't know how long he's been banned.
Okay, so let's just go with June.
Let's just go with June 12th. Yeah.
So a month. So it's been a month. Has anything happened since then? Has people bothered to look at the past streams and all the streams before that banned? To get a look at that?
I can send you the link later on. There's this actual there's this dude that hunts down people that cheat, and he sends them into Blizzard, and then Blizzard takes care of it and bans them. Because he watches people playing Overwatch, and people who play, like his supporters who play, they find people that they're in game with and send them their names to this guy. And this guy has watched a couple of his streams that he had on recordings on Twitch, and he said to his knowledge that there's no visible evidence that he's cheating, so he does not understand why.
Okay.
And the dude supposedly is family friendly. He's PG, supposedly.
Okay. Well, like, here's the thing. Like, this isn't the first time someone's been caught since someone's been banned from playing Overwatch and cheating. In all honesty.
Yeah.
This is not the first time it's happened and all that stuff. So it's like there has been.
No, I think it's just crazy because he's the highest level. The person underneath him is only at 8,000. At number 2, he's at 11,282.
Mm-hmm. And he's playing
so
on
I think
PC.
that's why.
And then also he's playing on PC, right?
Yeah. But before, obviously, June 12th, he was the highest level player ever.
Like, in all honesty, it's like if it's like in a review process right now, because sometimes
they closed the case.
If the case is closed, has he said anything since then?
No.
I mean, it just feels like, for me, it's just more like, if like he's the thing about cheating in games, and like I
shouldn't be done ever.
It of course it shouldn't be, but the thing is like that's also the bad thing about video games and cheating. It's hard to know for sure and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And particularly for this case, like it's been a month since he's been banned from playing Overwatch. It's like he hasn't said anything. Apparently, it seems like he hasn't said anything since the ban and all that stuff.
I don't know. I haven't looked at his Twitter or anything.
And maybe you're like, of course, there's probably most likely his community and his fans are most likely saying he's not cheating and all that stuff. Unless there's been a review process going on, I was like, there's nothing else I can say about this, really.
Yeah, I can send you the information later, but yeah.
No, stuff like literally, like there's nothing else to say. Now, like if you were talking about like how cheating has been going on in Warzone, I can say something there and all that stuff.
Would you like to say a couple things on that?
All that stuff, like besides, like I mean, I haven't experienced it myself. I've only experienced it by watching people's streams and all that stuff. But cheating is a big old rampant thing in Warzone, and it needs to be fixed and all that stuff. The fact that I watch people's streams and then they they end up spectating people, and you seeing like a person, the person that's spectating, literally dead aim on someone so quickly and get a kill, where it can be close up, switch to the next one, close up, get that one, and then somehow just gets the one from a far away point, and then gets and not only breaks the shield, but also downs the person at the same time. And Activision hasn't done a darn well. They've said they've done things to get their stuff working and all stuff for cheaters.
Actually, wait, no, I'm sorry, Ricky. I'm sorry to interrupt you. He has gotten his account has been reopened.
Right now?
Hold on.
No, it looks like it was like 2 days ago. It looks like.
See.
So I can read you the Blizzard information.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
He tweeted the email.
It's fine.
Well,
it's yeah. And like in all honesty, it's fine because it's like it's most like I said. In all honesty, even though I said it, if they did say they did close it that day he was banned in June, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a review process still after just to double check everything.
Yeah. Well, actually, the only reason it was actually pushed, it looked like it says, is due to his fans' YouTube channel called Blame the Controller. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's it. Yeah.
So that's no big deal in all honesty. Like, but like I said, it's like like I was saying though, but it's like Activision or Infinity Ward in particular, the developer that does this, needs to get that cheating thing to a T. Needs to get that fixed, and it's because it's like I literally watched a Modern Warfare tournament right now, and it's like literally some of their games, their qualifying games and all that stuff, had to deal with cheaters and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and it sucks to see that stuff. It literally does. Not only does it kills the person that plays the game, that's streaming it. It kills my mood and all that stuff because it's like, bro, I don't want to see that crap.
Yeah. This is or just Call of Duty?
Huh?
This is in Warzone or just regular Call of Duty in general?
Well, cheating Call of Duty is a prominent thing no matter what, especially in multiplayer too.
Oh, okay.
And all that stuff. It's just like Warzone is more of the bigger mode and everything like that.
Yeah.
And it is a battle royale. It's just like, and it's more, so you're gonna see it more in there because more people play it. All that stuff and everything. And I think it's just more of the fact, like I said, it's just they need to get their crap together and get this fixed as soon as possible and all that stuff. Because the fact that someone's putting in an aimbot and all that stuff, and it's just literally like lasering people left and right. The fact that I saw a clip that they found a cheater that had 63 kills in a game.
Damn.
What the is that? It's like, how do you let this happen? And it's been worse this past weekend too.
How are you gonna wipe out more than half of the map?
Huh? What was that?
Isn't that more than half of the map?
Well, it's 150. It's 150, so you're looking at 75 for the half, so it's nearly.
Oh. Yeah.
And everything. So it's just like get your stuff together. Now, it's like that's one of the reasons why I don't even play Warzone as much, because I was like, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Like, hopefully they get it fixed. I mean, tonight they're releasing a new update and all that stuff, which I was going to mention real quick, but I just hope it gets fixed.
Yeah, that does take away from like actually be able to play correctly.
Yeah.
I have actually seen a clip where like this dude was not even aiming at anything and he was just hitting people. I was just like, what the heck? And people were just like, this dude is using something. And like he'll like shoot like way off into the distance and then he'll get a kill.
That's insane. Yeah, because I remember watching a couple of Dahi Denoga clips, and he ran into a aimbot, and this dude was like, I want to say it was like 150 meters away, and he was about probably 30 meters out, and he was like sniping a dude and getting headshots. Like, It was insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
But
Warzone your stuff together, or games in general, I should say, not just Warzone.
yeah,
That's the thing. You don't see it a lot in most games. Like there are games that do have it, that do
Yeah.
have a cheating thing to it, but most of the time, they get those things fixed as possible.
Yeah.
Valorant had that issue when it was in beta. They've gotten that down to a T. I know League gets that issue. Fortnite had that issue during its peak days and all that stuff, but they've got that fixed also and all that stuff to keep
Yeah.
that happening and all that stuff.
CS:GO has an amazing system. You seen the CS:GO system?
I've heard about it.
The Overwatch system or Overwatch something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an amazing system actually. Yeah, but I don't know. It sucks. It really messes up your day, honestly. Like if you're in game and you see that.
yeah, it does.
I haven't experienced it personally. I don't know if you. Isaac said he has. What about you? In general, like not just in Call of Duty, but like in anything, I should say.
Are you
Have you
asking me?
experienced it?
What, like just
Yeah, like have you guys
any game?
experienced? Yeah, like against you. I know you guys don't cheat, but like, have you guys like been killed by like maybe somebody with aimbot or something?
I wouldn't know what to do on how that works. I mean, most of that stuff works on PC. That's the thing. That's why it's like I don't trip about it
Yeah.
really, like as much because we play on console.
Yeah,
But the thing is with Warzone, Modern Warfare in general being crossplay now, you do run into those PC. We do run into PC players now and all that stuff.
yeah,
And everything. So that there is that chance of running into someone that has that aimbot on and just wiping out lobbies like that and everything like that. Have I personally experienced it? No, not when I play games myself, but it's just like knowing it exists and watching it, seeing it happen, and actually seeing it happen from someone else's point of view, especially when you're watching it from a streamer's point of view.
yeah,
It sucks. It for me at least it just like literally sucks. No,
Yeah, I think cheating in general, like I think it kills the mood for anything. I think in sports and video games and anything, just because it's like you can't like have the fun that you really desire because now you have someone just messing it up well for everyone, and I think I don't know how video games really deal with that. I mean, most of it is like over a whole lot of you know things that they got to do. So I don't know how that's dealt with, or even how to deal with that. Honestly, like how do you even deal with like hackers and PC gamers and people trying to get around the system to do that? I honestly don't even know why people do it in the first place.
well, it's just mostly PC players that have that stuff installed. It's like it's mostly a software that they would get
Well,
to
if
make
they
that.
keep doing it, yeah, and they keep doing it, I won't be surprised if they just cut off all the cross-platform. You know what I'm saying? Like because if they're
Well,
dealing
you
with so
can't.
many,
Well, you can turn it off if you're on console.
oh really?
Yeah.
You can turn it off and all that stuff. Everything.
But that's the thing though. Like they invented cross-platform so everybody can enjoy it together. But now it's just like you know they kind of ruin it
yeah,
for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, I get that. All that stuff. It's just like I said. It's just they just need to crack down on it and try to make sure they get get that stuff to work finally for once.
All right. Now you're right.
yeah. So with that, we'll go into our main topic. Sorry, the quick bit kind of took a little bit. That's okay. It was entertaining, hopefully for you guys.
I'm depressed.
Let's lighten it up. You guys like comedy?
That's not how.
Yes, I love comedy.
It doesn't help me at all. That was the punchline.
As in comedy, they have punchlines. Oh, a stupid joke. So Isaac, you said we were talking earlier before the podcast. You said you obviously you love your comedy. Do you have a favorite stand-up artist as of right now?
Yes. My favorite comedian right now is Tom Segura.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Funny
so
guy.
yeah, Tom Segura, and I was introduced to him by another friend of mine, and he watched like one of his specials, and I think just how blunt he is, and how
Yeah.
straightforward he is, and he kind of makes you feel like your way of thinking is really stupid, and then he kind of like debunks why you're stupid, and it's just I don't know. I think just his stand up in general is just it's hilarious, and I don't recommend watching him if you're like easily offended about everything because he's the kind of guy that doesn't really care about what he says. Um,
Yeah.
so like Ralphie May was like huge on just like saying whatever he wanted, and
Oh,
because of that, he was hilarious. Like I thought he was hilarious,
yeah. Just
but
having no
people,
filter is amazing.
oh yeah,
For
having no,
comedy.
and I think that's what I enjoy about comedy is that no one's safe. You have the
Yeah.
ability to talk about everything and anything, um, and not be criticized for it, but not really, not as much anymore because we all seen Kevin Hart come down with a lot of people back on a lot of backlash on him just because he made jokes um about his son being like if his son was gay, but it was just a
Yeah.
joke. You know, it was just a joke.
Yeah.
I know that joke when it's like I want to say his second special. He kind of talked about that, and at
Yeah.
first I
Because
was
we were
like,
quite young when you did that one.
yeah, and at first when I heard it, I was like, "That's hilarious," but
Yeah.
I think he made some tweets that people didn't really like, and again, it's a joke, and like it's not supposed to be taken seriously. But then again,
Yeah.
we live in a time and a place in a society that people don't take, they take everything serious. So it's
Yeah.
so
I would have hated
uh,
to see George Carlin nowadays.
what was that?
I would have loved to have seen or hated to. I would have loved, but I feel like it would have been insane if George Carlin was still alive and doing comedy.
Right.
You know who that is? You
Uh,
know who that is?
yeah, and
Yeah.
I think on that note, I'm saying like about comedy, it's just a way to I think it's a way to just de-stress, to laugh, and
Yeah.
uh, and I think that's something we kind of need now in a way. I mean, I believe everything's have a specific time and place, but with everything that's going on, you gotta have some kind of like laughter in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, of course, if you're in a serious situation, it's not time to be funny. But if you have that time to just de-stress and laugh and just watch something funny, then do it. I think it's just a great outlet to have. That's my
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah. I started watching Tom Segura mainly because the Burt Kreischer podcast.
Right.
Actually,
Yeah.
looking up like Burt Kreischer stuff on YouTube, which is another amazingly funny person. Um, but yeah, no, I agree with you about the whole funny part that we have to learn to laugh in certain situations like this. And I do believe that there are times, like you said, times to be funny, time to be serious. But yeah, I feel like people, especially right now, the fact of we're like at home or we're just at work at home and we're just kind of in our house, like kind of stressing about what's going on, all this political stuff, all this, you know, outbreak stuff. I feel like we just have to find a way to like calm down and laugh every now and then. So I feel like comedy is
Yeah.
a great way to do it.
Definitely, and I don't think that's something wrong to do. Um,
Yeah.
and I think it's vital. It's vital to laugh. If you have it, if you're listening to our podcast, laugh. Like it's actually good for you. It's healthy,
Yeah.
honestly. If you get like 5 good belly laughs, like just hilarious laughs in your life, it honestly can reduce stress. It can reduce heart disease, and I don't know the other benefits, but it can reduce a lot of stress. And I think right now a lot of people are stressing about the virus, the protesting, the riots, the everything else going on in the world. We don't know what's going to happen for the next election, and so I get it. Stress is very dominant right now, but I believe if you turn on Netflix and just even TikTok. TikTok is hilarious. I think,
Dude, yeah.
and if you guys go ahead, Manny. Sorry.
Oh, I actually found I can't remember his first name. I think it's like Steve. I I know I'm way off though. Blau. His last name is Blau. Blaue.
No, I never heard of I never heard of him.
He's a stand-up comedian too. Him and Trevor Noah have a podcast. Which I don't recommend if you're under the age of 18. Or if you just don't have their certain type. They have a certain type of comedy that I wouldn't recommend for everybody because not everybody like takes like liking to that comedy. But they have a podcast where it's comedy but about the real world. Not
Right.
really. I don't know. I enjoy their comedy and I found them on TikTok.
Yeah.
Through him, like, I follow him on TikTok because he posts stand-up bits on his TikTok, and also he posts podcast clips on their TikTok, and that like kind of drew me towards looking it up, and it's actually really good.
Yeah, I know Trevor Noah, he has a lot of political comedy that
Yeah.
he talks about, and of course if everyone's like if you're very political, then yeah, that's not the kind of comedy for you. But back to my point of like, even TikTok. I mean, I watched a lot of TikTok videos, and dude, hilarious. And if you're
Yeah,
a content creator, good job. You keep me entertained. Um,
like this guy.
I,
Follow
I,
Mo Ricky on TikTok.
yeah, I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it because I didn't want to say anything. But yeah, we have an original content creator right here.
I wouldn't say original.
Well, he makes some good TikToks. I like him.
You make some good ones. Yeah, you should look him up.
Yeah, if only if you actually put the like button on.
That's true. If you click the like button. Ricky, what are you doing?
Trying to bounce water.
Trying to bounce water. Oh.
Yeah.
You guys are talking. I'm listening. I'm trying to do something.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Well, what about you, Ricky?
I'm doing a bit here while you guys are talking. Okay.
To be honest, I wasn't even looking at your screen.
That's the point.
I have to
know.
point out, I look at everything.
Because you two are so drawn to talking to each other and all that stuff. It's like two men getting ready to admit that they're gay to each other and finally get together. That's what it
Well, I
was.
mean, for that matter, you can say that about when we were talking about wrestling.
All that stuff. Facts. Those are facts.
Dude, when you guys are talking about wrestling,
I'm actually saying something about it though. That's the thing.
you're actually not. And the sucky part when you guys are talking about wrestling, I was on my phone, so I couldn't just get off my phone and look up some stuff. I literally had to sit there for an hour, just like.
Okay, so.
You're like, yeah, Texas Cloverleaf Farm Bar. Heard of it.
Anyways, what was the question?
What do you think about comedy? Who's your favorite comedian? Do you like TikTok? Do you like to laugh, Ricky? Do you like to be happy?
Who doesn't like
Have
that?
you ever laughed? Is
That's
the real question.
Wow, I'm offended by that question. I'm offended.
Ricky laughs at your demise.
Exactly.
If you do
Yeah.
something stupid,
I have
Ricky will laugh at you.
I have a dark sense of humor in some moments. I'm not gonna lie.
You should look up George Carlin. He has a dark sense of humor.
I know that. That's why I know George Carlin. Okay. I know how earlier in the before we started the episode, I know how much I talked about. I was like, I don't know comedy that well as I used to. That's the thing, as I used to. I don't now how I did before. I knew of George Carlin. I knew of Bernie Mac and all that stuff, Kings of Comedy and all that stuff. That was my stuff and all that stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest. I was more, besides the fact of George Carlin, I was more into minority comedians than white comedians. I guess we can say that. And also, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are still black comedians to this day and all that stuff and everything like that. Mexican, Hispanic comedians and all that stuff. But I will kid you not. But every time when I jump into Netflix and I see the comedy section, it's mostly white people. And I'm not trying to be racist about this right now.
And Kevin Hart. That's it. And I'm like white people.
I'm just trying to state facts about what I just see and all that stuff. And all that thing. This is not a racial thing. It's just something that I see and all that stuff. And it's not that I don't like white comedians. It's just the fact that it's shoved in my face a lot. Just comedians in general. Just the comedian section in general. stand-ups. That's why I don't watch stand-ups as much as I used to, and all that stuff, because it's just shoved. There's always a new one that comes out on freaking Netflix. Even Amazon Prime is now starting to push on them now and all that stuff. And I'm like, I don't need this. Whatever happened
They
to
want you to laugh, Ricky. They want you to laugh.
But the thing is, though, and this is just, I guess it's just me. This is just me, how I felt. The fact of a comedy stand-up, a stand-up comedy show popping up on a channel and all that stuff was like an event for me and all that stuff. Like when George Lopez used to did comedy on HBO and all that stuff, I was excited for that stuff. When who else? There was like other comics that always did like their comedy stand up on freaking like HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, and all that stuff.
Oh, Cat Williams,
and all that stuff, and everything. If those who didn't watch this back in the day on BET Comic View, oh my gosh, those were the best times. Those were the best times. I know that was like an everyday thing at night, but it was at night. I never watched it a lot at night. It was like once in a while and all that stuff. But when it came to like something like of a big comic having a big stand up on this premium channel show, I was excited for it. Now I can just hop on the Netflix, and when I see that, I'm like, this is not what it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from.
And I'm not hating on how it goes right now and all that stuff. Like, I respect it and all that stuff. I do. But it's just the fact that like there's so much. Like, I think it was either you, Isaac, or even like our friend Simon was like, "Did you see so and so Simon on Netflix?" I'm like, "Nah, I'll check it and all that stuff and everything like that." I probably forget like a week later, and then you come back to me that next week. I'm like, "Did you see so and so?" I was like, "Wait, there's another one," and all that stuff. I'm like, and then like I finally get on Netflix, and I'm like, because as I said before even like before like this podcast even started, like I was rarely on Netflix, and then like the time I started getting back into Netflix, 50 million comic stand-up shows. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, I think
the barking is on our end, just to let you know.
That's Manny's pit bull. Sorry for that huge gap.
Isaac just took a drink of water from his big hydro flask kind of looking thing.
I know. You guys gotta save me a little bit. You know,
hydration is key, people.
Yeah, you guys want to see it? It's huge.
Look at that. Never settle. Hunter.
Never settle.
And then a bobcat.
It's a lion.
Anyway.
It looks like a bobcat.
Yeah, well, when you look at it in person, it's better.
Well, bobcats are cool.
Yeah, they are. George Lopez, it does have a comedy special coming out soon. I don't know if it's this week. It should be this week.
Is it on Netflix?
Yes, on Netflix. And I'm excited for that because I haven't seen him done anything for a heck of long ever since like the last.
No, he did the one in Washington D.C. Remember? That was like actually that was a while ago. Never mind. That was 4 years ago.
I don't think he's done a I want to say televised. That's the best way I can say it. A televised.
Yeah, he hasn't done like
He's done live stand up, like he's done touring and all that stuff. But I don't think he's done a televised stand up in a while.
Actually, the DC one was only on TV.
I just said televised. That's what I meant by that.
Oh, yeah. Well, he had a televised one 4 years ago.
He hasn't had a televised one in a while. He's only done live stuff and like actually touring. That's what I said.
Yeah.
The only time I ever watched I was telling Ricky more about like comedians is because when Dave Chappelle finally started emerging again, and then he started pushing out comedy specials. I'm like, oh, like I love Dave Chappelle. I don't know if Ricky loves Dave Chappelle, so that's why I was kind of like, dude, did you watch it? Did you watch it? Because it's Dave Chappelle.
Here's the thing.
It's hilarious.
Because I think I saw the trailer for it, and people are probably going to say something about this, and I think I think there was actually an article I just recently saw because he recently did one about with the whole Black Lives Matter thing.
Yeah, 349.
The 846. 846.
846.
Oh, I knew it was 40 something.
It wasn't really. It wasn't even comedy. It was more like.
Yeah, it was more awareness.
Yeah, stating his thoughts, which I liked it.
Yeah, and it was like I haven't. Because I know that one's more about his thoughts, but when he did like his very first one back on Netflix, I was like, Does he still have it though? 'Cause he's been gone for a very long time, and so much has
I
changed
thought he did.
since the
Well, yeah, but when
show.
he was gone, though, he would just randomly appear in like comedy bars and like just randomly go up on stage and do skits.
But still though, it's like it's just the fact it's like you've been gone for that long. Yes, you've probably done the occasional comedy bar here and there and all that stuff throughout that time, but to do an actual show and all that stuff, your own show, your own stand up and everything like that, with your own right material and everything like that, it's like with so much has changed and all that stuff and everything and all that stuff. And Black Matters did exist when he came back. There was because of with Trayvon Martin and the whole Baltimore riot thing that happened a while back too, and all that stuff. And that was, if I could be wrong, but this was also around the time that where Obama was coming out of office and Trump was about to, right before Trump got elected and all that stuff, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that time. I could be wrong.
No, I think he already was in office. I think.
Was Trump already in office?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Because he did the SNL thing.
Like I said, I could be wrong. I could have been wrong on that. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe.
Yeah. And it's just like
it was really close to that time though.
I was like, does he still have it? Now I do remember seeing it. I had a few things wrong with it, but everything else was cool and all that stuff. And
what'd you have wrong with?
I don't remember because I haven't seen it in a long time. That's the thing.
Oh.
So I can't specifically state of what it was. But I will admit that I can't admit that there was a few things that I had a little. I'm not saying it was bad, like bad. I'm like, I feel offended about it. It's just more like I don't think it stick well, in my opinion. And all that stuff. I am literally, I guess you can call me old school on comedy and all that stuff.
Like,
I do end up watching because like TikTok, when I'm on my For You page, I get like because like I said, as I mentioned, Amazon Prime is doing stand-ups too, so they start showing like their clips of those ones, and those are funny and all that stuff. I am more of I was Kings of Comedy, and that's Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hughley, Bernie Mac, comedy stuff and everything like that. I was into that stuff.
Did you watch the Latin Kings of Comedy?
I did see that one. Paul Rodriguez, George Lopez, Paul Rodriguez was my favorite. Found that one.
Dude, Paul Rodriguez is hilarious.
Mexican American. I will always remember that one and all that stuff. Yeah. Now, comedy now is tough. I will admit that.
Yeah.
We are in this present moment in time.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Especially now, it's like, and it's people are different. That's just the thing. People change. People view things different, or viewing things different now. They're viewing now. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Who knows? That depends on what they're viewing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Like, it's like people seeing a cop. Like, of course, you can say like what happened to George Floyd was a terrible thing and all that stuff. And I think for me now, if I heard a joke that's not in relation to it, but like gives a story of it and all that stuff, I wouldn't laugh about it and all that stuff. I think racial jokes nowadays, it's tough with racial jokes. I think it's gonna be hard to do that stuff, in my opinion and all that stuff. It depends on, like I said, it just depends on the situation. Like
it depends on how it's done. Yeah.
Like I said, like I'm not saying I'm not saying that's wrong now myself. I'm just saying there's probably ways to make sure you're doing it right. Like honestly, like I feel
like there's always been ways though. Like I've seen a couple comedians like do some certain ways, whether it be race or even sexual orientation, that just aren't really classy. Like they're just like, that's borderline just wrong.
Well, of course.
But then I've seen like a lot of people do like really like, if you think about it, it's really kind of like on the border, but like it's still like funny and like done right.
But here's the thing. You hear you hear the joke, And like I said, there's two views of seeing of what the situation could be. It's a good view or a bad view, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Say the joke is something that is particularly an actual racial bad thing, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You, of course, you're gonna have to. Your people. Someone's gonna take offense to that because it's a wrong view of that thing. Now,
Yeah.
there are racial jokes that can be funny that are shown somewhat like can be pretty much shown in a negative view, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now, when I watched George Lopez, when I first watched his stuff, like his stand-up stuff, not the show, because that's how I first knew about George Lopez. He would talk about his family. He always talked about his family, his Mexican family, and all that stuff. And it's like at the end of the day, it was like it's nothing bad because it's actually true about that stuff, and it's actually funny to know about that stuff because you know for the fact that you've actually experienced that yourself and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And everything like that. Now, if it's something like just terrible, and like I said, if there's that terrible side to it and everything like that, like say like of someone being beaten of the color of their skin, someone getting kicked out of the country or something like that because they don't belong here and all that stuff and everything like that, in some kind of manner of that way, or maybe something other than that. Yeah, no point of that. I don't see the point of laughing into that and all that stuff. Like,
so how do you feel like so maybe like there's just an example. Say like this dude's like saying like, oh, blah blah blah, my friend was driving me, and then he does like maybe like say he does like an Asian accent as he's talking to his friend, and he's like, and then we got in an accident and stuff like that. How do you feel like stuff like that? Even like say it is based on a true story roughly, like how do you feel about that?
I before not as much. I didn't care about it. Now, I would say I will feel uncomfortable about it. And that's the thing. It's like it's a lot of right as of now. Context is key. And all that stuff.
Yeah.
Who's the best friend? Is he of Asian descent and all that stuff and everything like that? Is he not?
Yeah.
And all that stuff and everything
like say he was, and he was like, oh, you know, my best friend.
Because that's the thing.
Or my friend got in a car accident.
Yeah, it's like because like I said, it's been a while for me watching stand up in general and all that stuff. I don't know if when people describe best friends, do they actually black and white is the most common ones that I see on all that stuff. But I've seen
black, white, and a lot of Asian. Well, I watched a lot of like Joe. I watched a lot of Joe Coy, so he does a lot of Asian.
But what I mean is like when they describe their friend, do they describe their race?
Oh well, most of the time they do. Yeah, if it's a punchline, if not, then they don't really do it.
Okay, and all that stuff. So
if there's a punchline, they won't just be like, oh, you know, me and my Asian friend went to the supermarket. Like they're not gonna do like that. If it's for no reason, they won't usually, from what I've seen.
Yeah,
but like if there's a punchline to it, then they will.
Yeah, and it's just like I think, like, in all honesty, it's like it's for me. It's gonna be it's all about the context and all that stuff. Like, on honest, it's like what I would think is just more of the fact is like if you're offended by the joke, don't listen to the person. I get it and all that stuff. Like I can get it if you're offended and all that stuff and everything. That I can understand that if you are and all that stuff. But if it's like depending on the situation of the joke, of what it brings, what the context, what it shows, what it's viewed as, and everything like that. I'll admit there are exceptions to it and all that stuff. But it's just like at the end of the day, it's like you don't have to threaten the person with words of what they said.
Oh, okay.
And all that stuff. You can, like, honestly, it's like if you want to speak your mind about the joke and everything to that person, that's totally fine and everything like that. But you shouldn't show it in an aggressive tone. Yeah.
It's like, oh, next time I see you, I'm gonna punch you, stab you, or something
and all
like
that stuff. Like, and like in all honesty, like, half the time when you guys do black jokes on me, it's like,
yeah,
y'all can stop. Like, in all honesty, I won't trip about it most of the time. But if I do say something, I'm not gonna say it like all aggressively and all that stuff.
And usually we try not to say things that are like bad.
Yeah.
Well, they're all bad, but like it's not like offensive, I should say.
Yeah. And like honestly, it's like we're talking about race. And honestly, like there's more jokes just within race. There's also gay jokes and all that stuff and everything like that. I mean, most people do talk about white people in general also and everything like that.
Yeah.
and it's just like it's like some of it, like I said, it just depends on how you are and how you feel about the view of that joke. In all honesty, I'm not gonna say I stopped watching stand-up comedies because of that and all stuff of how they bring it up. It's just more the fact that for me, it was just more the fact there's too many of them, and it's just like
Actually, I got a question. I don't know if you guys. Well, obviously you guys don't know because like you guys aren't part of that community. But within the gay community and stuff like that, do they take offense to the Q word?
queer.
Yeah, is that like an offensive thing?
And
Because
I'll be honest.
like I remember being offensive, but then like I see like queer eye and like stuff like that, and like they're embracing the word queer sometimes.
I don't know if queer is equivalent to the word of the N word.
Yeah,
In all
or the
honesty.
S word.
But it's like it's not a word. I'll be honest, it's not a word I hear a lot.
I hear it sometimes.
And all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I've never thought of a word I would call a gay person. It's just I just never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
And everything like that. I like even now I don't even like say like you know how people say oh that's gay and everything like that or it's like you're gay and everything just in general sense. I stopped doing that. It just didn't see it just like it's like what is the point of saying that word and all that stuff when you say it and all that stuff like and everything like that.
I get what you're saying. I think for me it's like I still and I do still kind of say that. I'm like, oh, dude, you're gay. And then
here's an example. Here's the example. It's like it's like you're just getting like say like you're just getting a soda that's different from your friend, and he tells you, oh, that's gay. You're getting that. I'm like, it's like
I don't think I use it like that.
Where's the expression? Where was the thought process of you saying that to me and all that stuff? Because I do hear that. And all that
yeah.
Stuff. Really? I really I hear when someone says that's gay when I attempt something that has no reference to of the actual what the actual word is and all that stuff. It's like why even bother? What was the point of saying that and all that stuff?
Yeah.
And everything like that.
I say it sometimes. I've tried stopping lately, but like usually like when I'll say it, it's like it'll be like, hey yo, I'll just use it. So it's like, hey yo, let's go to the store, and he's like, nah. It's like why? He's like, don't feel like it. It's like, come on, don't be gay. But like, you know what I mean?
That right there. Look, that's a perfect example right there for what I'm trying to get at. And all that stuff. Yeah. In all honesty, like saying that right there is like, why would you say that word? What was the point of bringing up that word for that situation of that conversation and all that stuff?
I was raised with that language, me personally, but I don't know why.
And I get, and
it's just more of a force to habit now. Not a force to habit, but like it's just a vocabulary thing.
I'm not saying I was raised by it and all that stuff. I grew up hearing that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't being around my family, as short as that, they don't say that stuff, kind of stuff. I was like, it's the friends I was around that did it and all that stuff. And then the more I grew up and all that stuff, and I've hung out with gay people before and all that stuff and everything. I'm good. I am friends with people with gay people and all that stuff. But it's just like the more I grew up, the more I realized like what's the point of saying that word, and in the context of where the situation is brought up to and all that stuff, like what Manny just explained. Like how Manny just explained that right there and all that stuff, and it's just like, and the one thing that gets me a lot most now, because we're not and all that stuff, is when people say no homo. I'm like, nigga, I get it.
Yeah, I say it, but I don't.
Because because they're trying to a guy is trying to express like I'm not saying not love, but like I guess we can go with feelings in a way. And all that stuff, and then all of a sudden, the bromance in a way, and then they end it with saying no homo. I'm like, bruh, like I get where you're coming from already. You don't have to say that.
Say like I left my like backpack at your house, and you're like, hey, you need your backpack, and I'm like, yeah. It's like, oh well, when we go with the boys tonight, I'll just give it to you, and then like you give it to me, I'm like, oh thanks man, you're the best, and like we hug or like do like a bro hug, and it's like no homo though.
And I mean like that, right? Yeah, and I'm like, you don't need to say that. I get it. There are men out there that's like had that shallow masculinity to themselves that thinks it's like they shouldn't do that.
I know a lot of dudes that are like that actually,
and all that stuff, and it's just like, no.
Surprisingly, you don't say.
Like, no. Like,
I think is no. I get where you're coming from, Ricky. And
How do you feel about the socks thing?
the what?
The socks thing. Haven't you heard that? Where is I don't, it's more of a new thing. I don't think it's an old thing. So like it'll be like say you do something like extremely awesome for this person, like like they like, man, I can kiss you right now, like how like that's how happy you are sometimes. But, like I don't.
It's like
I don't
it's
know.
like,
Like
something
say
like that,
something
yeah.
like similar to that.
You said socks or sus?
Socks. So like it'll be like something similar to that, like where you say something that like might be like it's not, but like it might, like you can take it out of context. It could be. So like say like Isaac forgot to pick up a cake for his mom, and her birthday is like in an hour, and he's just got home from work, and he's like, I don't have time. But
okay,
like I get what you're saying.
It's like say like when Isaac used to be youth pastor, and then like he would always come to I would always come in the clutch for like last moment things.
Yeah, and he's like, man, I can kiss you right now, like
yeah, exactly.
And then you're like, whoa, and then you're like, don't worry, I got socks on. You know what I mean? Like, how do you feel about that phrase?
Who says that? I got
the whole
socks
thing, like,
on.
It's not gay if you have socks on. Like, that's the whole thing. Like,
I got socks on. That's
that's like a big thing. Like,
dumb.
oh, it's not gay. I have socks on.
That's not something. That's. Oh my gosh.
Like, it's more of a meme thing. It's not really like, it's more of a troll thing, to be honest. It's not really like don't be gay. Like, I feel like "Don't Be Gay" was originally probably used as a mess up, But like, I feel like this is more used as like a troll thing, because like it'll be like they'll say some pretty sketch stuff. So it'd be like Isaac will just be like, "Yo, Ricky, mind if I just sleep in your bed tonight?" And he's like, "Don't worry, I have socks on." Like, you know what I mean? Like, it'll be like.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that. I'll send you guys the thing. And if Isaac did ask us if he wanted to sleep in my bed, I was like, yeah, I'll just take the couch.
Are we not gonna sleep in together?
No.
Why?
He has socks on though.
Because I want to watch. I watch TV. I like to watch my TV, and I barely sleep anyways.
Oh, we can cuddle.
What if you guys just both sleep on the couch so you can both watch TV?
Yeah, Ricky, you fall perfectly in line right here.
Yeah, as long as you guys have socks on, it's fine.
Yeah, as long as
he'll big spoon you. He'll big spoon you.
Oh my god! You ever had in your life. Oh my god!
Haven't you ever wanted to be like held by a giant protected man?
Thank you for the offer. Thank you for the offer, but I prefer to be a female.
I mean,
you prefer to be the big spoon. He can be the little spoon if you want.
I want to take a dip in that rocky road.
Don't make it more weird. Don't make it more weird. Don't. Oh my gosh!
You guys heard what I said?
This took a turn.
Yeah.
This took a turn.
Awesome. Wait, Ricky, did you hear what he said?
This took a turn. I heard something. I heard him say something, but I already knew. I just could already tell like it was going away. It was going to a route where it was just like, nope. You gotta steer the ship back the right way.
I said I don't want to take a dip in that rocky road. Yo, what if a female really told you that? No, what if a dude told you that? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what gender, but what if whatever gender told you that? Would you take that as a compliment, or you'd be like, thanks?
I wouldn't know where to go with that, in all honesty.
Speaking of which, how do you guys? I was watching this video lately. Shout out to JK News.
I don't like. I don't like where this is going. That's why
we don't have that much of a following to give him a shout out, but shout out to JK News. I love them.
Ricky.
I was watching this video lately, and it was this thing. It was like, how do you feel if being a straight guy and getting hit on by gay men? How do you feel about that?
I don't care.
I'll take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people are like really offended by it.
I found out. This was in high school. A close friend of mine. He was actually gay. I found out from my girlfriend at the time that apparently he had a crush on me, or he liked me or something like that. And I was surprised by it. In all honesty, I was like, "What?" And I was like, I confronted him about it, if I remember correctly, and all that stuff. And we talked about it and all that stuff. And I was like, no, it's like I'm not tripping about it. All that stuff, just and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's not weird if
I'm
you
just
make
not like
it.
it.
Honestly, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
because that's the thing.
If
Like,
you handle it, if you're just like, hey, dude, I don't know like that. Thank you though. Like, and then move on. It's not weird, but like,
yeah, it's like it's the fact. It's like see, that's the thing about society today and all that stuff. It's just the fact. It's like you take it for some reason you automatically have to take it the wrong way just because they kind of
yeah,
they seem interested in you and all that stuff and all that stuff.
Yeah.
When on honesty, it's like don't take it as an insult. Take it as a compliment and all that stuff and everything. Like
Right.
like yeah, you're not gay yourself and everything like that, or us like or us in general, like us three and all that stuff. But the fact that it's like, oh, a gay guy likes me or finds me interesting. That's cool.
And I feel
like
like
finally someone likes me.
yeah. And I feel like I have to state this as well. You know, it's like growing up in church and being in church my whole life. You know, I personally was taught like um, like not to like befriend that lifestyle or the people and stuff like that, and not to hate them, but like not to befriend them at all. And to me, I'm just like, as I'm getting older, and as of now, I'm like, that's kind of messed up though. You know what I'm saying? They need love. They need to love the Lord too, just like we do. I was like, and knowing, at the end, we need to know too is like, dude, a straight person can go to hell, and it doesn't matter what you are. It doesn't matter if you're Christian, it doesn't matter what you are. You know what I'm saying? All you have, and what I'm saying, like you, no one's like perfect. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
so
dude.
it's just like, for me,
Shit,
it's
even
just like,
go to hell sometimes. Well, I don't know personally, but like,
I feel like Christianity is like, you know, feel like made homosexual like the biggest sin of all time. I'm like, no, it's not.
They have.
And no, I'm agreeing with you. But I'm just saying right now, it's just like, dude, a straight person. It's like, even if you're having straight sex, you're no different than a person that's having gay sex. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
Exactly.
sex is sex. You know what I'm saying? Sin is sin. And so it's just like, my thinking is just like, I can never, me personally, and sadly, not a lot of Christians don't think that way though. They don't see
yeah,
it that way. And I feel like that's the reason why the homosexual community doesn't trust the church. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can they walk into a service and automatically you're like, you're living the worst lifestyle? I'm like, but bruh, you were just having sex with like three other different girls. So like, where are you so different than him? You know what I'm saying? Like, or her.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, a straight person can go to hell just like a gay person go to hell. They can live not a
if
great
you're not
lifestyle.
religious, stick with us. I promise.
Yeah, we're not trying to throw a religious message out there, but it's just like, for me, it's just like that has to be stated though. Like,
Oh, I
you
know I'm
can't.
not.
Yeah, but for me, it's like you can't. Yeah, so it's just like, that's why, like, for me, like, as of this age, I'm just like, I'm no better than they are, and they're no better than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to make it. And so it's just like, I can never say, well, your lifestyle is so wrong. I'm like, but at the same time, you're over here doing all this other stuff. So it's just like, that's what I'm saying. Like, no one ever can really ever judge somebody.
Oh, of course not.
And
Yeah,
and so I think that whoever's watching, what I'm saying, like, that's what that needs to be said. Like, I love everybody. I love everybody. Doesn't matter what you are.
Well, because here's the thing. Here's the thing also, and then this is probably gonna end up being like a different topic in itself. It's like that's the thing about what's happening right now. Nobody bothers to listen, in general,
Right.
and all that stuff. Nobody, huh? See, my point exactly, right there, and all that stuff. And that goes for a lot of things. Like that, just not within. What's the actual act? The LBGTA.
Q.
Q.
Sorry, I don't know what it is.
I apologize because I hear it a
I
lot.
can't remember. The last time I heard the acronym was like LGBTQ barely.
Yeah,
But I know they've added like other letters.
they've added some other letters. I apologize for that and a lot of stuff if I do mess it up. That the community, Hispanics, even other cultures in general, and all that stuff. Nobody bothers to listen to one another, and all that stuff, and everything. And then this is probably gonna get tough, and this is probably gonna be something I don't know if how you guys are gonna feel about this. And this is a question that I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna say it now.
Okay.
Is America a Christian country? Country.
Yeah,
Is America a Christian country?
And
yeah.
is it supposed to be?
Is supposed to be.
It's not supposed to be, but I don't mind it. But it's not supposed to be now.
Stuff. So, as I think, for the fact that's like, and this is because, like I said, the one thing I don't like about this situation we're in, this current situation we're in, is just the fact that nobody listens. And it's like, because that's the thing. People think that it's fact they're supposed to be this de facto certain thing to within this country and all that stuff. It's like, you have to do this to do this, you have to be this, you have to do this, and all that stuff and everything like that. And no one's bothering to listening about who this person is. Whether they're a black man, Mexican, a Jew, Muslim, gay, trans, or anything like that, pansexual, and all that stuff.
Two-spirited.
That too, and all that stuff. Nobody bothers to listen of what that one person of why this person is this person of the way they are in their life, their own culture, of what their culture is, and all that stuff, and everything like that. And and it's like, I feel it, and I do feel it for the fact, because it's like, it seems like America is supposed to be the land of the home and the free and all that stuff, and people are supposed to come here to do what they want and all that stuff. But for some reason, we have these group of people that don't agree with they don't want to agree with it, because they're not following of what they're supposed to do. They think that they're supposed to do something with that and all that stuff.
Yeah, they're supposed to do something with
what? Let's say, Muslim can't pray on a certain time of the day.
What was that?
They pray regardless.
They do it regardless, still, because it's like, that's their thing and all that stuff.
Dude, I remember one time we went to like Disneyland. Like, he had like yoga mats. Like, he had 3 of them, because there was 3 of them. So, like, they had like yoga mats.
I think it's just I know we're not supposed to talk about. I know we weren't supposed to bring religion in this on our podcast, and also even politics in general too. But I just feel for the fact that it's like, this country is for some reason pushing Christianity to a core where it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I don't like it myself, even though I'm a Christian myself. I don't think it's like we're supposed to, especially if you're people new to the country, coming in, immigrants and all that stuff, who have their own religions and all that stuff and everything like that. I don't think it's like, you shouldn't be here because you don't follow the Lord and all that stuff. And like, bruh, that's not how it works. Like, just because they follow a different religion from what you are, doesn't make them less American than what they are and all that stuff.
Yeah. Right. Like, I'm okay with it, but if you're a different religion, I still like treat you the same as everybody else. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't talk to those people because they're Catholic, or I don't talk to them because they're Buddhist. Like, I'll still talk to you. I'll still have a good time with you. I'll still be your friend. But like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I agree with that, and all that stuff. And like I said, but it's just like, I feel like that's not happening.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, to be honest, because like, government-wise, I don't feel like it is. People-wise, it depends on the person. I feel like there's a whole lot of people out there that I personally know that won't talk to you if you're a different religion, or won't talk to you if you're a member of the LGBT and so on. I know people that won't talk to you if you're anything but black, I should say. I can hear you. We're having technical difficulties, by the way, guys.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, Ricky, okay.
He is. Yeah, currently Ricky's having some technical difficulties. Bear with us.
Okay. Manny, you're breaking up too, dog.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, both of your guys on your mics has turned red. I don't know if that means anything.
Oh, that means it's on.
Oh, I don't know. You continue. continue the conversation. Yeah, I think Ricky has some good thoughts. I think those are good things to say, and I agree. I don't think you should allow your different beliefs to divide anybody. I think that once that happens, I think that's when you know you're not allowed to listen to each other. Um, I believe it's a certain extent. Now you're saying some crazy stuff. I'm like, okay, but you know what I'm saying, like, but there has to be some kind of limit. You know what I'm saying?
God
Yeah.
damn it.
No, we
No,
can't hear you.
Ricky. Okay. I love that little move, that little jerk move. Ah! But
Great.
as it turns of America,
Most likely they can't hear me, but
I think it
I can hear
depends on
them.
who. I mean, who's in power. You know what I'm saying?
That's
If there was like a
Discord.
Muslim person that was in power, I feel like they would want the whole country to be Muslim. You know, or if there was someone of a different belief, different religion, they're gonna want to. They would like to have it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the beautiful part about living in America. You are free to,
Serve
um,
any religion you want.
yeah, basically serve and practice any religions you like. And if that's what America's about, that's what America should be. Now, if the president, you know what I'm saying, like, I know people don't like him, but, you know what I'm saying, if he wants to, pray, let him pray. If everybody agrees to pray, let them pray. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in a
Yeah.
house, that's their custom to pray, you know what I'm saying, then respect that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have a conversation, that's awesome. Go for it. If you want to have a debate, keep it where you don't have no anger about it. Still can't hear you, Ricky.
But
And
then also, I feel like you should also be able to be like, hey, you know what, dude? Respectively, you should say it respectively. Don't like outburst at them. But like, I feel like you should be able to respectively say, hey, I'm not talking about your religion or talking about this religion
mhm.
because I'm this religion, or maybe I'm not even a religion. You know what I mean? Like maybe you're. Oh, I think atheism is a religion, but not. I don't know. Uh, but I feel like you should say it. You should be able to say it comfortably, like and respectfully. You should be like, nah, I don't really want to talk about this. I feel like you should, and they should also respect it. But then I also feel like you mentioned, like say you go to someone's house like for dinner or just to relax with them, and like say that you have to pray at a certain time or something. I feel like you don't have to pray with them. No, you don't have to.
Respect the religion.
There you go.
There you go. There you go, Ricky. What the hell happened?
So the cord unplugged by accident, and I had to do a little like movement stuff.
Got you.
Okay.
But sorry, go.
But we're
But
back in
no,
business.
Ricky,
I feel like you should be able to like sit out, but like also like Ricky said, respect it and honor it. Like still.
yeah,
Yeah.
and for me, I feel like this is just how I evangelize, and dude, it just okay. I'm gonna get into it real quick. So, when I was youth pastor, my way of like evangelizing or to like give a person to look at our religion was not to shove it down their throat. That was like
Yeah.
my rule number one. Like, don't shove it down their throat. Don't make them like force them to. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you do that, they're gonna be like, I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? It's like going up to Ricky and be like, here, I'll just pour down a drink down their throat and be like, did you like it? No, I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't get to taste it. I didn't want it. And it's just like and it's just like, well, you have to because it's the best drink of all time. Like, well, I don't think so anymore. And I and I
Yeah.
feel like and I feel like for me, that's how like I view people that are just like so adamant about like you need to accept
Yeah.
God right now and you need to
Like if you don't accept God, He will smite thee, or
yeah,
something.
or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if you don't do it, like you can die tomorrow and go to hell. I'm like, whoa, relax. You know what
Don't
I'm saying?
scare him away.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, all about my evangelism was to show the love of God. And that was by going up to them, talking to them, breaking bread with them, hanging out with them, understanding them. And then once you have their attention, hey, let me introduce you something about I know about the Lord, about Jesus. And if they choose to accept, to want to listen, they'll listen. But if they're like, no, man, I don't want to hear about God, I'm like, okay, that's fine. And
Yeah.
then and you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like for me, it's like Jesus, in the Bible, he wasn't doing that. He hung out with sinners. You know what I'm saying? He hung
Yeah.
out. He broke bread with them. He was chilling with them. He wasn't like, "Oh, y'all sinners, accept me right now." You know what I'm saying? Like, never did he do that. And so for me, it's like me and a lot of people in church have a lot of few differences about that. Like they believe that I need to give. So for example, like for events that I would do events and people were like, well, did you give its Devo? Did you do the sinner's prayer? And did you do, and I'm like, no, I didn't do all that. Sorry, I don't do it like that. You know what I'm saying? I want them to have a good time and to actually be in a safe place where they can actually be themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because when you think about it, when you walk into a church, if I was not saved, if I didn't believe in God, if I wasn't following Christ, and I walked into church and I had a safe place, I'm like, wow, these people are pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? They're cool. They're inviting. They didn't shove God down my throat. I would like to come back next week. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's my process of thinking. But if I went in and they're like, you need to accept God right now, and I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, like what's the issue? You know what I'm saying? So I believe by taking that approach with everybody, and honestly, that has gotten me a lot of success. And I'm not saying like I do it as a Trojan horse, and I don't hang out with the person so I can convert them. I hang out with the person to actually be their friend. And when
Yeah.
they're when my friends are in hard times, I'm like, hey man, can I pray for you then? Can I just pray for you? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes a prayer can go a long way. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many people that are hurting. There are so many people that are going through it. There are so many people that are just suffering, bro. And I feel like for me, is like the best thing that you can do is just like, hey man, let me pray for you. Let me take you out to eat. Let me go. The thing about it, that what I hate about Christianity sometimes is not that you say to them, accept God right now, is freaking showing it. Show it. You know what I'm saying? Live it
Yeah.
by actually, loving on them, no matter who they are, what they are, where they come from, what they believe in, or their background, gay, transgender. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? It's all about loving on them. Love on them. Talk to them. Understand them. And then once the time comes, they're like, hey, I want to kind of know about the Lord. I'm like, okay, let's have a conversation. That's awesome. But if they're like, I never want to hear about God, you're just like, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine, that's cool.
Well, let's go watch Spider-Man.
know, but I'm not afraid to be like, okay, but why? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then that's a good conversation to have. And so
Yeah.
I think for me, above all else, if you're a Christian and you're hearing this podcast, love on people, because you're going to be the only Bible they read. You know what I'm saying? And in the Bible, what does it say? You know what I'm saying? Being a Christian is actually showing it by like, just
Loving
like,
thy neighbor.
lo- can you love them like you love yourself? You know what I'm saying? Love your neighbor like you love yourself. Can you love them the way you love yourself? You know what I'm saying? And it just feels like not a lot of Christians do that. And I'm not saying all Christians are like that,
Yeah.
but when you grow up in an environment where they're so legalistic and still arguing about whether pants should be worn on the altar or not,
Oh, sweet Jesus.
God, are you, dude? I said on the Black Lives podcast, but it still resonates with me right now. If you're still on that, get over it. If God, I swear, you know what I'm saying, if we die and go to heaven, I will laugh my ass off if Jesus is wearing jeans meeting you.
Wranglers, watch. He
Huh?
probably wearing Wranglers.
Yeah,
We're wearing Wranglers.
or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I don't believe, I don't, me, I'm just
Don't
like,
need to be that specific about it. Just jeans.
yeah. To me, I'm just like, if you're still
Nah,
on
Wranglers.
that, you know
We're
what
not
I'm saying?
jeans.
If
They're
you're
Wranglers.
still in that environment, if you're still in that environment where you're still thinking that way,
Yeah.
dude, dude, you're in 2020 now. Like, no, like just the wrong thing to think. If someone came
Yeah,
in
I
with,
can't even lie though.
what was that?
I don't mean to interrupt you. I can't even lie. I had like a little ADHD moment. Those robes looked really comfortable. Not gonna lie.
I'm
I'm
gonna punch
thinking.
you in the face. Anyway, if someone walked in, okay, I've seen this before. Someone walked in right in church. They had a hat on, a hat, just a regular hat, whatever. Doesn't really matter. I don't care. Ricky does it all the time because
Mhm.
Ricky's a rebel. But this person walked in church with a hat on. Immediately, somebody goes up to them like, "You need to take that off right now. You're in the house of the Lord." I'm like, I wanted to strangle this person. I wanted to choke him out. I'm like, seriously, dude? You think God is gonna care about jeans and the shirt and because what they do is they take scripture out of context. Come as
Yeah.
you are, meaning literally come as you are, come as who you are, and God will work on you, help you grow better. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the point of it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people are like they just forget that or something. You know, like God cares about the 3-piece suit you wear. If you wear a 3-piece suit, dog, good for you. You like to look good on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's awesome. If you come in freaking okay, be respectful, at least. Like don't come in like leggings and a thong. You know what I'm saying like know your environment. You know what I'm saying?
Be at least somewhat proper.
Yes, but if you're coming
Yeah.
in like with like
We're regular clothes.
or shorts, who
Yeah.
cares? Who cares? Who cares? And I feel like even from the worship team, they're like, you gotta wear dress code for what? Who the hell
Yeah.
are we performing for? The
I did
people
loosen
or
up on
God?
that. I did loosen up on that more.
Yeah, dude, I wear whatever I want. I don't
But
care. I'm
you
not.
you actually wear the dress code or you don't wear the dress code?
Well, no.
You listen to?
Well, okay. First of all, I'm wearing a hat this Sunday.
You should wear fedora.
Just a regular ball cap hat like I always do. No, when I started worship, I did somewhat take the dress code. I did take the dress code seriously to some point, and all that stuff. Yeah, I think it was when the point of it got a little too crazy, and then I'm not gonna lie, I did get upset about one person in particularly that didn't follow the dress code.
I didn't follow it.
You
Caleb,
have to tell me about this person.
I just said it. I just said his name.
Oh, I didn't hear it. What's it again?
He's a pastor's son.
Oh,
Eldest. The eldest. Yeah, he didn't do it. But the only reason why I was upset for it is for the fact because we established this code, but yet someone is not doing it, and no one said a damn thing about it.
Yeah.
And yes, there's a reason. There's some can say there's a reason to that, but at the same time,
PK.
no. And then for me, I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna I'm gonna take it a little less serious with the dress code.
Yeah.
And all
I
that
mean,
stuff.
if you're coming in like a button shirt, jeans, and nice sneakers, you're fine. But like, okay, if I'm preaching, if I'm preaching, all right, I might up it a little bit, but I'm not wearing no 3-piece suit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I.
You preached once, right?
Yeah.
Did you wore a tie though, right?
I think I didn't.
You wore a tie and a vest, I believe.
Oh no, vest, tie, but it wasn't like all tied up. It was like so the vest was out all buttoned out. The tie was all loose too. Was loose too. And all that stuff.
I thought you could be like, it was the t-shirt one. It was the.
I thought about that one before I did it. Before I had the preach, I actually thought that like I should just do that for no reason. Just for
like a long sleeve version.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you should have had a handkerchief.
It was the vest buttoned out. The tie was not tied up. It was loose and all that stuff. I think I wore jeans and I had my Converse on.
Some jeans be nice though with a vest. I can't even lie.
All that stuff.
Except the ones where your thighs be hanging out and so.
Did I ever tell you about? Apparently, I heard that someone wanted to pull my hat off my head if they ever saw me wearing a hat again.
Who? I feel like I know.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I know who it is.
I'll text it in the group chat.
All I know is like when this person told me this, and I was like, why? And all that stuff, and it's like, and then it's like they were like, "Well, you're not supposed to wear your hat." I was like, "Yeah, but I'm in the back most of the time, anyway, because I'm part of I run our media department at our church, and all that stuff." No, it's not that person.
Really? Really?
And all that stuff.
Yeah, hold on, type it in. I want to know now.
Which group chat did you send it in? Oh, that group chat. Okay, yeah, no, it's not that one.
The podcast group chat.
It's not that one.
But you type it in. You type it
in. Oh, okay. But yeah, it was like I was laughing about it, and I was like, yeah, if she does it, I will say something back and all that stuff. because I'm not gonna let that slide and all that stuff just because I have my hat on and everything like that. And it was just like, I find that it was rude and all that stuff, but at the same time, I was like, why would you care? And all that stuff.
Okay, that makes sense.
And it was just like, I was like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I was like,
that makes sense.
I still kept doing it. I did stop at times because it was like, I don't see the point of doing it. But then like, I always kept it back on and all that stuff.
Wait, she told you personally?
No. That person
It was told to another person.
They told them, and of course told me about it, and I was like, I don't care. Like, if they did, I would have said something. And all that stuff, because that's just rude and disrespectful right there. And all that stuff.
And that brings me to what I saw before. You know what I'm saying? Like what I seen in person. Okay, so I thought that was hilarious. So I remember, I don't know if it was the first Sunday we got back or the second Sunday, or before we closed down. Either way,
okay.
somebody came in with the unicorn onesie straight.
Oh yeah,
yes,
I remember that. I remember that.
I was like, I like that guy. Like,
I was like, this was awesome.
Yeah, I was like, that guy's cool.
Did someone say something?
No, he just sat there, spread out his arms like this, and he was just like listening to the sermon. I was like, all right.
Like, you do you, my man. You do you.
Yeah, you do you, bro. I'm like, welcome. And what?
I can see it.
No.
Oh yeah.
You can see it, yeah, but it wasn't. Yeah.
No, and I saw that guy come in, and I was just like, what? I wasn't offended. I thought that was funny.
I know, me too.
But I was thinking to my whole self, I'm like, man, I wonder what everybody's thinking right now. They're probably like, I can't believe you're walking to a church and a unicorn. You know, like start having.
They're like, that is a mythical animal.
Yeah. And so, but that brings me back to that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, of that instance, like what happened to Ricky, and I just feel like it's sad to say, but that old generation, they're not going to change their habits. You know, they're not going to change it is what it is. I'm happy that my father is able to change with the times, because you know, and I love my father. I love him with all my heart. So I'm glad that he's able to do that. But a lot of like Hispanic parents, they're to the book. You know, they're like 3-piece suit. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't dare get a tattoo. Don't dare dye your hair. Don't dare do this. Don't don't dare blah blah. And I'm gonna be getting a tat in a little bit, so I'm gonna see how that.
I'm not gonna lie. I am probably.
Tattoo.
Oh, these are the 10.
I am probably the world's worst but coolest youth leader ever in our church.
I don't know. Andrew's pretty dope.
Yes,
Bruh.
I'm joking. I didn't have Andrew as youth leader.
No, because like I had a youth like was telling me, it was like how she wanted to like get her nose pierced, she wanted a tattoo and all that stuff, and then she asked me, she's like, "Are you okay with it?" I was like, "Why are you asking me that?" She's like,
"You're like, I'm not your dad.
You're my youth, like you're my youth leader." I was like, "Yeah, but I'm not gonna tell you no.
I'm not gonna shun you."
In all honesty,
I think there's a certain age to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if she's like 15, 16, you're like, oh, okay, like get it when you're older.
Yeah,
but not right
stuff
now.
like
because then I mean, like bad.
Because like the only but then I mentioned is like the only reason why they'll probably say no to you. The only reason they're most likely gonna say no to you is because of how old you are and all that stuff. Like you have to remember that. Yeah. And all that stuff.
But then again, it comes down to the parents. The parents are just like, okay, yeah, you can get one. What are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't stop them from getting it.
Yeah.
Honestly, and that's the thing too. Like, dude, I was raised like tattoos are bad. If you get a tattoo, you're going to hell. If you get a tattoo, it's a sin. And for me, I was just like, why? And for me personally, I don't think tattoos. If you're a Christian and you're gonna get a tattoo, I'm like, I don't think God's gonna be like, well, that was it, buddy. You're out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm okay with it as long as it's not like, or if you're a Christian, if you don't believe in God, then yeah, get whatever you want. But like, if you're like a Christian, like I don't think you should get like the devil like all over your neck and everything. Like,
well, yeah, I'm not gonna go out and get like a pinup girl like all right there.
Like if it's like something like just regular, like so, like you know what I mean, like
For me, I'm gonna get sooner or later. I'm gonna get this whole thing tatted right here, and
oh, okay, like a half sleeve.
yeah, half sleeve. And I'm definitely gonna like tell my pastor because I just feel this. Me personally, I'm telling pastor, hey, look, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let you know right up, straight up. So like when I come in with it, you're not like caught off guard. And I'm just respectful like that. I mean, he
Yeah.
he kind of to me is just like, I don't know. It's just me. That's just me. Now I don't think everybody
No, I
should do
don't
that.
blame you.
And people have their own ways of doing it. A lot of people have been like, "Well, it's my life, my body, do what I want." That's true, and that is. And so I'm saying, me personally, myself, I do this.
You just feel comfortable doing that better. You just feel more comfortable doing that.
I feel like I'm more comfortable because I feel like to me is like he can kind of have like a better process about it. So when I walk in, he's not like, "What the hell?" You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Yeah.
probably like, "Okay, seen this coming, whatever."
I'm just gonna say this now. You're still gonna probably get hate from people, but
Oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna get so much hate. But so it's kind of giving me a little bit of anxiety.
I wouldn't give you hate if it's good. If it's like positive, then I'll leave it. But
No, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be a little vulnerable.
Lester gonna try to shake his hand that doesn't have the tattoo. So
They're like the left one.
they're like not the sinning hand.
Yeah, I mean this hand done a
He's
lot.
like, that's my right hand.
But
you know that was coming. You know that was coming.
that was too easy. That was too easy. But no, honestly, like it has
Your hand
kind of given me. Yeah, my hand. It has given me some anxiety a little bit because I think like to myself, when you have an environment like that, I kind of do a little bit anxious. You know what I'm saying? Like because my whole life I've grown up in a church where like that was like a no-no. Like you don't do that ever. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay getting to go pregnant. But whatever. But
that just means you're a player.
stop.
No, but like for me, I'm just like I had thoughts about it. I had like thoughts about it. I'm like, man, what if I get it? And I already had like my heart pounding already because of anger that was coursing through me because of like what I think people would say to me, like, I can't believe you got that, and you're going to hell, and you don't deserve to play in the worship team. And I had anxiety from that. I really think about that sometimes. And so, but for me, I have a lot of Christian friends that had tattoos, and there's no biblical evidence other than one verse that says don't get a tattoo. But then again,
it doesn't even say tattoo, huh? It just says just keep your temple clean.
It says don't mark your body or something like that. But the only reason for it, because that's in Leviticus, and the only reason why that was there is because people were getting tattoos about like different gods, and they were like,
okay. Like Egyptians and stuff like that.
I don't know specifically, but I think that people in that time were getting tattoos about like different gods, and they're like, don't do that. That's a no-no.
Yeah.
And so I felt like for me is like, so the last thing about it is that, so in that sense, I feel like people take that one verse and it's just like, that means for everything, for all time, like you can't get a tattoo. But then again, the next verse, it talks about like cutting your hair a certain way, dressing a certain way. So there was like a time.
Like they were gonna say that like men are supposed to keep it short and women are not to cut it, right?
Right, like a whole bunch of different rules. And so that's the thing where I don't agree with. It's like, so you guys take out one rule, so and that applies today. But what about the rest of them? Those don't matter though, right? That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't justify not getting a tattoo. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe guys will look at me like, wow, you're going to hell for that. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm altering my body, but then the moment I work out, I'm altering my body. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that doesn't make sense to me. But with all that to say, yeah, go ahead. We're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah. So that was just joking, Ricky. You know I don't mean it. No, but 10 with this, I'll just ask you guys one question so that you guys can like kind of like process this over the week, and even the people at home.
Here we go.
My question. This is gonna be really deep. Okay, you ready to hear this? I'm just kidding.
This conversation has gotten deep.
I'm just gonna end it here. Actually, it's gonna be getting too deep. So I'm just gonna say this. Thank you for listening to our podcast. It was gonna go way too deep, dude. It was gonna go way too deep. I don't want to get this deep. This is supposed to be a fun episode. We really got too deep for this episode. So I was going to say thank you for listening to us. Thank you for sticking with us. If you made us all the way,
12
and,
episodes.
if you feel offended, at religion wise, sorry, we don't mean to force religion on you. We're not trying to.
Don't be offended. Have an actual conversation with it.
Yeah, be respectful about it. You should be able to tell the person no. But thank you for listening to us. You can watch us again on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Anchor. Not Apple Music. We're not
Okay,
singers.
two things. Why did you cut off on Google Podcast, then go to Apple Podcasts when you knew it doesn't matter? Like, you can say Google Podcasts first. It doesn't matter. So second, why'd you say you can? I think it's more like watch us on YouTube and then listen to us on the audio service, because it's like watch. How are you gonna watch us on Spotify when there's no video on Spotify?
You can watch the time go on and like the green bar move.
Stop.
Maybe we got a cool thumbnail picture on Spotify. I don't know. I haven't looked at our channel. Well, thank you for watching / listening to us, and remember, live, love, laugh. This is Manny.
That's really how you're ending it? Live, love, life? What?
Yep. I said live, love, laugh.
We'll see you on the next episode of a No Name Podcast.
Bye.